Egyptian. I'm your girl Pink Isis. And on this channel, we learn, we thrive, we grow, we teach, we heal, and we become the best versions of ourselves on this channel. How are you guys doing today? On this channel, I post a variety of different lessons where I teach from my experience and or knowledge obtained, ways to help you heal or successfully conquer common occurrences in life. I also post daily Bible verses where I read and explain the context of the message, as well as daily affirmations. So today we will learn 10 helpful tips to help us awaken our divine femininity. You will leave today with a better understanding of your divine femininity, how it truly works. I want you to know that you can get every version of yourself back. And you can also shine brighter than you ever have before. And before we get into the lesson, I just want to say I am extremely proud of those of you who have clicked onto this video because you truly want to step back into your divine femininity. Now let's get into it. So the first lesson is coming back home. And what do I mean by coming back home? Let's say you have this terrific idea to create this invention, okay? And it's going to be a really good invention. You just know it, but you don't have the steps together to get that invention off the ground. It's just like us whenever we're learning something new, whenever we're trying something new, whenever we're ready to find knowledge about us, we have to dig deep within us. And that's why I say coming back home. Coming back home involves meditation. Coming back home involves you seeking God or seeking a higher power or higher source. Coming back home involves you finding out who you are. And that's the first step to really being whole. That's the first step of really being successful. That's the first step of really doing anything. You have to know who you are. And how do we come back home? By spending time alone. When we're out in public and we're getting triggered by themes involving love that we should not be triggered by, then you know you need to start having talks and conversations with yourself. When you feel like you're not in tune with yourself anymore, you don't understand your emotions, you're not understanding why you're wanting things or why you're doing things, it's time to come back home. And it's very simple to come back home. It just involves us spending time with ourselves. So that means that you may have to devote a weekend with yourself. You may have to begin adding in meditative times or just quiet time into your schedule daily to where you're making time for yourself. That's the first step in discovering or tapping into your femininity. We have got to find ourselves. In order to find that, it requires us to be still, calm, and silent and listen to what our body and our inner self has to say. Moving on, we have to understand and value our yoni. This is very important whenever you are stepping into your divine femininity. It often requires us to be celibate for a time. It often requires some of us to be abstinent for a time period. But we have to first, one of the first most important things is to understand the power that we possess with our yoni. Because when we understand the power that our yoni possesses, we're not easy to just give our yoni out to anyone. And we don't accept anything either because we know that what we have is powerful. So we're willing to wait for the man who has done the work for himself because what he has is powerful too. So we begin to honor our yoni. We begin to spend time with our yoni, whether you begin to do yoni steams or whether you just, there's this book by Queen Afua called The Sacred Woman, whether you just do womb exercises or you just speak with your womb, you become more in tune with your yoni and you value your yoni more. And when you begin to value your yoni more, you're not so easily susceptible to allow other energies to enter your yoni. Because you now know that with your yoni, you can not only manifest the things that you want in life, but your yoni is here to keep you protected too. And you don't want to allow anything to enter your yoni that does not have good intentions for you. So you begin to value your yoni more. And this happens after you've spent time with yourself and you've learned to appreciate and value yourself. Moving on. You understand, now that you've spent time by yourself, and now that you value your yoni, this is very important. You now understand that you're complete. So whereas at some points in your life, you may have felt as though you needed a partner, or you needed a spouse, or you needed a husband, or you needed someone by your side to be successful. You needed someone by your side to accomplish your dreams. You realize that the only person that you need is you and God. Before I get deep, I'm going to take a sip because I have to say something. I strongly believe that feminine, men and female, both carry masculine and feminine energies, okay? Because a woman can create life, because a woman can bear life, a woman does not necessarily need a masculine energy to be successful. And what I mean by that is a woman does not need a partner by her side to be successful. However, the tables are different for men. For a man to be fully successful, he will need a woman by his side. Now, don't get what I'm saying misconstrued, because I'm not saying that we don't need partners and we don't need husbands and we don't need wives. What I'm saying is a woman has everything she needs to fully establish the life that she wants, to create the life that she wants, and to become everything that she wants, with or without a man. And you learn that when you begin to spend time with yourself. You learn that when you begin to value your yoni, because you realize that the sexual energy that you're valuing and you're preserving, you can use this energy to help you manifest your goals and your wants and your heart's desires. And then you also realize how precious and value your energy is, and it should not be given to anyone or any. Next, you begin to choose your words and your thoughts wisely. So you're no longer in the mind frame whereas like my thoughts are controlling me and my thoughts are doing this and X, Y, and Z. You are in full control of your thoughts, and you're also in control of the words that you speak, because you know now that you are in tune with your divine femininity. Now you're able to create life. Now your words have power. Now your thoughts have meaning behind it. So you can't just think anything, and you can't just say anything, because the things that you're thinking will soon pass, and the things that you're speaking will soon pass. So you become more mindful of your thoughts and your words. So you speak more positively. So instead of saying, I can't do this, you start saying, I am able to do this. And I know I can do this. And God is willing, I will do this. And God is with me, so he is pushing me to do this. You know, you start moving, your words become less worried and less hopeful to more faithful and more knowing. You know that this is going to happen. You know that greater is out there for you. You know that beautiful days are to come. You know that these things are coming. You don't allow your thoughts to sneak up on you anymore and tell you, oh, you're never going to be able to achieve that. Oh, you're never going to be able to afford that. Whenever those thoughts creep up, you twist the thought and you say, I can afford this. I can achieve that. I can go anywhere I want to go, and I can be anything I want to be. You begin controlling your thoughts. Then you begin controlling the words that come out your mouth, and now you're unstoppable. Now you're creating the life that you've always dreamed of. Now people are looking at you and they're saying, ooh, she looks different. Ooh, she's glowing. What is she doing different? She's speaking life into herself. She's tapped into her divine femininity. She's standing in her power, and she knows exactly who she is. Moving, you are now balanced with your spirituality. Okay, and I'm going to say this is very important. To be a true divine feminine, okay, this is the truth. You must know that you're not doing all of this by yourself. A true divine feminine not only works with God, but she works with the universe as well. Now I'm gonna specify, what do I mean by universe, because everyone has their own opinion. But what do I mean by universe? When I say universe, I mean God, the angels, nature, the animals, your ancestors of the highest good. These all equate to the universe when I say universe. So a true divine feminine works with God daily, but she also works with the universe. Sometimes she works with angels. A true divine feminine is in tune with it all. She's fully balanced. So a true divine feminine, she's not slacking on her religion, or she's not slacking on her spiritual practice. She's completely balanced with her spiritual aspects as well as the practical aspects, because she knows that she needs both to bring her heart's desires and her manifestations into fruition, okay? So she is balanced and she makes time for her spirituality or her religion daily. It's through that and through her practicality that her manifestations come to fruition. Moving on. Now that you are in touch with your divine femininity, you are easily able to move with grace, empathy, and understanding. So you're less critical and less judging of others and more understanding, and you have more empathy and more grace with situations. So whereas a previous situation may have angered you or upset you in the past, you're able to walk away without a scratch or without your head hurting or without any argument or any mess. You're able to walk away because you're better than the situation. You're able to have understanding, whereas you may not have had understanding in the past. You're able to have empathy in a situation where you were not empathetic in the past. Your whole mind changes because you're now in a pure essence of love. The divine feminine is a pure essence of love. And because you are a pure essence of love and you're radiating love and you're believing in love and you are love, you have more kindness, more compassion, more grace, more empathy, more understanding with others, okay? Moving on, you are fully accountable for your actions, okay? So a true divine feminine is not running around here pointing the finger or playing the blame game. A true divine feminine is able to accept accountability for her actions and move forward, okay? We also don't beat each other up. So divine feminine is not the one that's running around saying, oh my God, I should have did this better. Oh my God, I should have did this better. No, we are honoring ourselves and we give ourselves space to make mistakes. We give ourselves room to not always say the right thing, to not always do the right thing. We give ourselves space for error, okay? Because no one's perfect but God. And then you also realize that you can take full accountability for your actions, but the opinions and projections of others have nothing to do with you. So the true divine feminine, she could care less about what others think about her, about what they're saying about her. She doesn't care because she knows exactly who she is, and that's why it's so important. Moving back to step one, spend time with yourself. Understand yourself, understand who you are, your wants, your needs, your desires. This way, the projections and opinions of others do not sway you at all because you know exactly who you are. Moving on. With grace comes confidence and peace. You're not only graceful, but now you're confident and peaceful. And because you're confident and more peaceful, you're more aware of your image. You're more aware of your character. You're more aware of your morals. You're more aware of the way that you carry yourself. So what does that mean? That means that you're not going to go out to Walmart in a bonnet and some pajamas, okay, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That means that you're going to spend time in the mirror before you walk out the house. That means that you're going to look presentable whenever you're walking out, going anywhere publicly, because now you can see and you value your image, okay? And it's very important because a lot of us see ourselves, but we don't really see ourselves, okay? And I'm guilty of it because I used to be one of those people that would literally throw on anything. I won't say anything, but I would just throw on like some shoes and some pants and a shirt just to go to the store. And now you will not catch me doing it. No, anywhere I go, I look nice, because now I am aware of my image. Back then, I didn't really care about image, didn't really care what people thought about me, didn't care about anything. I was just comfortable. But I'm comfortable, but I'm also fully aware of my image, and that's very important, okay? Because when you're confident, you want everything on you, everything around you to look nice. And that's nothing wrong with that, okay? But stepping into your divine femininity helps you to see the blurred areas or the areas where you can kind of step up your wardrobe or step up your confidence in other areas of your life. Moving on. A true divine feminine is balanced with her masculine and her femininity, okay? So you don't have to just be feminine and just masculine. You're truly balanced. And what I mean by balanced is you know how to turn on and turn off. The issue is a lot of women don't know how to be in their feminine energy, and it's so many reasons why. And I've done a few videos on this, but it's so many reasons why women are not able to rest in their feminine energies. We have single mothers out here that are doing everything. They're working multiple jobs, trying to take care of kids. there's no way that that woman can rest in her femininity because she's in her masculinity 90% of the time trying to provide and take care of her kids. So now we have an imbalance. Now we have a woman who's working multiple jobs, taking care of children, and she's more so in her masculine energy. So now the children are lacking femininity from their mother. So now this is going to be an issue later on down the road. Then you have women that are married that are doing so much work, and the husband is just relaxed and the wife is stressed out. And that's not how the dynamic was supposed to be. I'm just being honest. It's not supposed to be like that. And so nowadays, women have become so far away from being women and being feminine. You know, we're so focused on being providers and being in our masculine energy, we forgot what it is to become a woman or to be a woman. But a true feminine has it balanced. She knows when to be in her receiving energy, but she also knows when to go out there and get what she needs, you know. She knows that abundance naturally flows to her, but she knows that abundance isn't going to just come out of nowhere. She may need to put herself out there where she steps into her masculine energy, you know. So a true divine feminine is balanced with. Lastly, a true divine feminine accepts the past and is guilt-free because she knows that she can't change what has occurred. She can't change the mistakes that she made in the past, but she can change her future. And she can also choose not to guilt trip herself. She can also choose not to accept guilt, not to continue to punish herself for the things or the mistakes that she's made in the past. She can choose to move on. And that is what divine feminines do. So when you're trying to create a masterpiece, we have to make sure that our conscience is clear so that our masterpiece reflects the way that we need it to reflect. Divine femininity is something that we all possess. It's an energy, it's a feeling. But it's a feeling that many of us do not know how to tap into and we don't understand. And it's okay. You are now leaving this video with 10 amazing tips to help you honor and tap into the divine femininity within you. And your vibration has risen. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Pink with an Egyptian. Please make sure that you like and subscribe if you have not already. Definitely be sure to follow Pink with an Egyptian on all platforms. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, definitely. And if you guys are feeling generous and would like to leave a tip, I have my tip jar listed in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you